In my early 20s, I worked at big retail chain. I was an overnight hourly manager. Just kept the shelf stockers busy and did some light managerial stuffs. I was told that our store manager was going to come to the night shift for a week and work. She wanted to get an idea of how things ran on the night shift and meet the overnight employees. I was one of two managers on the night shift. The guy that was MT counterpart was on vacation, so I had to work a 10-day stretch, but with overtime and a small bonus for doing it. Our store manager was a 30-something woman with a background of something like 10-plus years in the Marine Corps. She was rather attractive and was known for her curves. There was a rumor that during her time in the Corps, she was nicknamed Major D's because she had big freaking tits and because she was the explosive ordnance officer. She came to overnights ready to work. I was told by her to do what I normally do. I did. Things were fine the first 3 nights. Then she hurt her hand on a sharp corner and got a pretty good cut. After that, she started hanging with me and seeing how I did things. We got along pretty well. I was unmarried at the time and had a girlfriend that things were somewhat serious with. On her 6th night, the store manager tells me that we are going to get sub-platters that she has bought for the nightshade workers that night. She sowed she would pick me up at 7 p.m. so we could go get the food and take it to the store and put it in the coolers for lunch that night at 2 a.m. We picked them, dropped them off, and then she was going to take me home as my shift didn't start until 10 p.m. She asked if we could stop by her place on the way so she could drop off stuff before she went back to the store. I said okay. We get to her place and she told me to come in as it would take her a few minutes. I walked in and sat at her kitchen table. After a few minutes, she walked into the kitchen wearing her Corps hat, her Class A dress jacket, and a pair of the absolutely highest and shortest class, green boots shorts I have ever seen, and nothing else. No shirt, no shoes, nothing. Breasts just building out of her jacket. She asked me if I followed orders as well as I seemed to be at giving them. When I stoofled up and saluted her, she started issuing orders. She was my store manager for 3 years. We had a secret sex-only relationship all the way up until 2 months before she got married. I was the one that cut it off. She wanted our relationship, just continue because she said we didn't love each other. We just gave each other orgasms. I didn't see it that way. We never had relations at work, but in that time, I did go on 6 company-paid training trips that were 3 or 4-day events, and oddly enough, she was the only other manager from our store that got sent. We had separate rooms, but since she booked the rooms, she always got rooms that were joined by a door. She was the best boss I ever had, and she was also the fairest boss I ever had. She was also the kind of woman that every man wants. She knew what she wanted, and she told you what she wanted, and she expected you to the same. I miss her.